Have you ever felt like something powerful was just out of reach, like you're on the edge of a breakthrough, but don't know how to cross that invisible line? What if I told you that the shift you're waiting for could happen in just one night? Yes, one night. There's a reason some people wake up and suddenly feel lighter, clearer, even more powerful, like something inside them finally clicked. And no, it's not luck. It's not random. It's the result of unlocking something that was always within them. This is what Eric Butterworth, one of the most quietly powerful spiritual teachers of our time, taught. You may not hear his name as often as others, but his influence runs deep. He didn't just speak about spirituality. He reshaped how people understood their connection to the divine. Oprah once said that his book, Discover the Power Within You, changed her life. But here's what most people don't know: his teachings weren't meant to be slow lessons spread over years. He believed in the power of the present moment, the idea that your life could shift completely, right now. In this video, you'll discover exactly what Eric Butterworth taught about instant transformation. We'll uncover his most powerful ideas, the techniques he shared that few talk about, and the one realization that, if truly understood, can flip your reality in a single night. You'll learn why most people block their own blessings without even realizing it, how to activate the creative force that lives inside you, and a simple but overlooked mindset shift that opens the door to wealth, health, and peace. But more importantly, you'll understand why the change you're hoping for doesn't have to take weeks, months, or years. So stay with us, because by the end of this video, you won't just be inspired, you'll have the key to your own transformation. Welcome to Bright Mind Within, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. If you're ready to see yourself and your reality in a new light, make sure to hit that subscribe button. This could be the moment everything begins to change. Eric Butterworth was more than just a teacher, he was a quiet revolutionary in the world of spiritual thought. As a unity minister, he didn't preach from a place of separation between humans and the divine. Instead, he brought a bold yet comforting message: God isn't somewhere out there, God is within you. This simple but powerful idea formed the core of everything he taught. It challenged traditional beliefs and empowered individuals to look inward for strength, healing, and guidance. He didn't just talk about these ideas, he lived them. Over the years, Butterworth wrote 16 best-selling books that have been read by millions. Titles like Discover the Power Within You and Spiritual Economics offered people more than just hope, they offered tools. Clear, actionable ways to shift from fear to faith, from lack to abundance, and from confusion to clarity. His words weren't complicated. They were simple, but they struck a deep chord. And that's why his work continues to resonate decades later. Even great voices like Oprah Winfrey and Maya Angelou have credited Eric Butterworth as one of their inspirations. Oprah once said that his teachings opened her eyes to the idea that she was not separate from God. This realization, she explained, gave her a new sense of confidence and peace. And for Maya Angelou, his words echoed the same deep truth she often wrote about, one of dignity, power, and the sacredness of being alive. At the heart of Butterworth's message is one essential truth: you are not broken, lost, or lacking. Everything you seek already exists within you. The love, the peace, the success, the joy, it's all there, waiting for your awareness to awaken it. This idea didn't just comfort people. It stirred something real in them. Something they could feel. Eric Butterworth's most powerful teaching centers around one simple idea: true transformation begins from within. It's not about chasing things outside yourself. It's not about waiting for the perfect opportunity, the right person, or some lucky break. Real change happens the moment you realize the power that already lives inside you. We are often taught to look outside, to seek answers in books, people, or circumstances. But Butterworth turned this idea on its head. He taught that the real answers come when you go inward. The outer world is simply a reflection of your inner state. If your thoughts are filled with fear, doubt, or limitation, your life will mirror that. But when your mind begins to shift, when you start thinking from a place of confidence, worthiness, and peace, everything around you starts to shift too. This is where self-awareness becomes a key. When you start noticing your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs, you take your power back. You stop being a victim of circumstances and start becoming the creator of your experience. Eric Butterworth believed that every person carries a spark of the divine within them. And when you connect with that inner divinity, you begin to live from a higher place. Life doesn't feel heavy anymore. Things begin to flow. Ideas come faster. People treat you differently. Doors open without you forcing them. He once said, "You can change your life by altering your thoughts." And that's not just a motivational quote. It's a spiritual law. What you think, you create. What you focus on, expands. Your mind isn't just a tool, it's the birthplace of your reality. The moment you understand this, even slightly, something inside you wakes up. And when that awareness deepens, the change isn't subtle. It can feel immediate, even miraculous. Like something shifts overnight. A powerful truth Eric Butterworth often spoke about is that a shift in consciousness doesn't have to take years. It can happen in an instant. It's not something you earn over time or achieve through struggle. Sometimes, all it takes is a moment of deep realization, a moment where something inside you clicks and everything feels different. Imagine someone going through a difficult season, maybe they've lost their job, relationships are strained, and nothing seems to work. They feel stuck, confused, and powerless. But then, in the quiet of one night, they sit with themselves. They stop running. They stop blaming. And in that stillness, they suddenly realize, their peace doesn't depend on fixing everything outside. Their power was never lost. It was just buried under fear. That single inner shift, recognizing that they're not broken, not defeated, brings immediate calm. Nothing on the outside changed yet. But everything inside did. And that changes everything. This is what Eric Butterworth meant when he taught that transformation isn't about time, it's about awareness. Some people wait years for life to get better, thinking change will come from new circumstances. But those who awaken know the truth, it's not about waiting. It's about waking up. In the moment you become aware of who you really are, the past loses its grip. The fear fades. You begin to move differently, speak differently, and think differently. Life starts to reflect this shift. This kind of awakening isn't dramatic. It can happen in the simplest of moments, a breath, a prayer, a pause in silence. But when it happens, it feels like the weight of the world has lifted. Not because the world changed, but because your perception did. That's the miracle. And it's always just one thought away. Eric Butterworth believed that spiritual growth isn't something distant or complicated. It's found in small, consistent practices that bring you closer to yourself. One of the most powerful ways to do this is through daily silence, just a few quiet minutes where you turn away from the noise of the world and turn inward. Meditation doesn't need to be long or difficult. You don't have to clear your mind completely. Simply sitting in stillness, breathing gently, and observing your inner world allows you to reconnect with your center. That place where peace already lives. In those moments of silence, something soft but powerful begins to rise. Clarity. Calm. Awareness. The more you practice, the more you begin to notice that your thoughts don't control you, you can observe them, even let them go. This quiet time becomes a daily reset. It reminds you that no matter what happens around you, your inner space can remain untouched. To deepen that connection, affirmations are another simple but effective tool. These are not just positive words. They are truths that help you realign with who you really are. When you say, "I am enough," or "I am guided and protected," you are speaking to the deeper part of you, the part that already knows this. Repeating these affirmations with belief and emotion starts to shift the patterns in your mind. Over time, these words become more than statements. They become a way of being. Then comes reflection. Taking a few minutes each day to journal your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences. This isn't just about writing. It's about seeing yourself clearly. When you put your thoughts on paper, you begin to understand what you truly believe, what you're holding on to, and where you're ready to grow. This simple act of writing creates space between reaction and awareness. There's something deeply moving about hearing real stories from people who have embraced Eric Butterworth's teachings. Many of them say that after just a short time applying his ideas, something shifts inside. They describe feeling lighter, not just emotionally, but spiritually. It's as if the weight they've been carrying for years suddenly begins to lift. Not because their lives became perfect, but because they stopped identifying with struggle. They stopped thinking they were powerless. And for the first time, they felt like they could breathe again. One woman shared how she used to wake up every day with anxiety. But after reading Discover the Power Within You and spending a few quiet minutes each morning in stillness, something changed. She wasn't as reactive anymore. She began to trust her inner voice. Her problems didn't disappear overnight, but her relationship with them changed, and that made all the difference. This personal transformation doesn't just stay personal. When individuals begin to heal and awaken, the energy spreads. Communities have started forming around these ideas. Small meditation groups, book circles, even online spaces, people coming together not in judgment, but in shared growth. The focus isn't on fixing each other. It's on supporting one another as each person turns inward to find their own strength. And that's where a quiet kind of power begins to grow. In homes, in neighborhoods, in workplaces, people who once felt disconnected now feel part of something greater. Not because they follow the same rules, but because they recognize the same light within each other. This shared inner work creates a ripple effect. The more people awaken to their own divinity, the more peace, patience, and compassion flow outward. It's a different kind of change, one that doesn't need to shout, but is felt in every conversation, every choice, every moment. The power to transform your life has never been outside of you. It's been within you all along, quiet, steady, and waiting for you to notice. Eric Butterworth's teachings remind us that when we shift our thoughts, connect with our inner divinity, and become truly self-aware, everything begins to change. Not slowly, but sometimes in just one night. So begin tonight. Sit in silence. Speak your affirmations. Write what you feel. Start the journey inward, and watch how your world begins to reflect the peace, clarity, and purpose already inside you. Awaken to your true self, and the world transforms with you. If this message spoke to you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more timeless teachings and inspiration. Your journey matters, and we're here to walk it with you.